Good morning, Mike and Ashley. Good morning, everybody. Joshua, Chief Pilot Chopper 5, and I are in the Pompano area. We had to go down to the Miami area to pick up Chopper 5, but now let me show you just what it looks like. And traveling down on 95, actually we took the turnpike, but this is 95 in the Pompano area. Quickly, and we'll just swing over here. There's the Pompano Beach Airport, and that's where the Goodyear blimp is stationed. And obviously they were hunkered down in this area. But there's a Pompano Beach Airport, and again, there's the Goodyear hangar for the Goodyear blimp, and you can see not a plane in sight here, basically, and which is good. We're not seeing major damage on our way down on the turnpike, both 95 and the Florida Turnpike from Palm Beach County into Broward and into around Miami. We see absolutely no damage on the roadways or any type of heavy debris. The roadways are perfectly clear, not hearing of any major accidents to report to you at all. Lightly traveled as you would expect here. We actually had to stop and get gas on the turnpike. So if you're needing gas, we got gas around Southern Boulevard area. But there is the 95 around Pompano. We're going to move our way over to the coastline and show you just how the coastline is going to look here. And it's still bumpy, it's still rough. We still have a little bit of rain and some heavy winds here, probably 30 miles an hour or so. Steve Weagle keeping it all over on the weather there, keeping you updated with all the local officials updates also. But there is the coastline. We're en route to over there, and we will definitely give you a coastline shot here within the next few minutes. But we're up, we're ready to show you what we can see, to show you what damage, if any, that we're going to see along our coastlines from South Florida up to the Treasure Coast. That's how it looks up here in Chopper 5. I'm Johan Hoffett. Back to you.
Boy, and as we take a look at those pictures from Chopper 5, so thankful you could get up in the air, Johan. We had to wait for him to go get the chopper down to Miami, and of course, because of inclement weather, couldn't really get up until now. But what will be interesting, not only when he gets to the Treasure Coast area and some parts of Palm Beach County to see that damage, but the shoreline. We're going to be seeing a lot of erosion in some parts. And he's really going to give us the best vantage point you can get for that, because it's really not safe to get out to the beach in many parts today. Not recommended at all. And
Johan, we have received tweets, Facebook posts, all kinds of messages from viewers saying, is my house okay? I had to go to a shelter. I had to go to another city. People have been waiting for these shots, looking at their own homes and neighborhoods, which we all cherish so much. This is our home. And Johan, is it a relief to be up there, to see down and see what you're seeing? What do you just describe more? What are you seeing right now?
Ashley and Mike, as I said earlier, we had to leave the TV station, and it was not too bad driving the side streets. I did see a lot of palm trees. You know what you expect after a heavy thunderstorm, or even a tropical storm or a hurricane. We're very, very lucky that we don't have catastrophic damage here. We're pulling up, believe me, we have a tailwind here that is really moving us fast towards the north. Coming back, it's not going to be fun. But I'll tell you right now, this is Boca Raton. I have not seen any major damage to any households from Palm Beach County into Broward, and that's both from the ground and on our view here that we have here. That's down in the Boca Raton area. Coming up, there's the Boca Raton Inlet right here. And I'll show you, here comes the coastline. This is the first time I'm seeing it, and you're seeing it live with us via Chopper 5. And I'll tell you, this is the only place to get this chopper view right here, this aerial view. You only get with us. And I'll tell you, we can show you the coastline. So far, as you can see right now, it's around, I'm pretty sure this is around the low tide mark right here, but we're just passing the Boca Raton Inlet, just a little bit north here. And so far, so good. They've had some good beach renourishment down here in Boca Raton. And as you can see right here, I'll zoom in as tight as we can get. We can get it real tight, but right there, I'm not seeing any type of sand wash onto A1A. There's A1A. You can see right here on the dunes here, not seeing any heavy beach erosion or any type of sand movement, any type of wash from the ocean that goes into the westerly direction that would normally, if we had a Category 4 major hit, would have, all these A1A would be covered with sand, as in Bathtub Beach. Now we'll be up in the, hopefully up in the Treasure Coast area later on as we travel north, but so far in the Boca Raton area, and we're pulling up to the Delray Beach area, the beach looks fine. It looks like it took a little bit of a hit, but no major damage. You can see it right here for yourself. Great on the beach erosion here. Now again, this had some beach renourishment here in these areas, and there are some areas where the beach is pretty close to A1A. The proximity is very tight, very close, and that's coming up here just a little bit after Delray. We'll have an area here that's pretty close, but I don't think we're going to have major type of beach erosion that we've seen in the past from not only a nor'easter we call them, from the storms we get during the wintertime when we have the strong nor'easter swells come through. But so far it looks pretty good here. And I'll pan over here and just show you Boca Raton going into Delray Beach. I'll pan back here and stay with me here. There's FAU, and there's the college campus over in there. And you have 95 and the Boca Raton airport. Again, Josh and I are probably one of the only people up in the air right now, but that's okay. We're here to give you coverage. But let me just pan over here and I'll try to show you some households and some of the condominiums here. You can see a lot of people shuttered up, which is good. But again, no major damage. I'm not seeing any trees or any type of tree limbs or major parts of trees brought across the roadways, not impeding any type of travel. Not saying that that's not around. Sure, we're going to have some of that, but if it was a major catastrophe that a Category 4 could have given us, and again, we are extremely lucky that we did not get a major hit, and count yourself lucky. Don't be mad because you did all the work and putting up the storm shutters. That's okay, because coming home with power and being able to take a nice hot shower, that's better than coming home to nothing. So we really lucked out here. But here, this is in the Boca Raton, Delray Beach area, and you can see right here, not seeing any dock damage either. That's very surprising here because we did have some high tides and some rough surf and some high tides and a little bit of storm surge, but nothing like we could have had. But look, you can see the docks unaffected, boats there tied up like they should be. Hold on, let me zoom forward here, keep it forward here. We are really moving north with this tailwind. It's a very strong tailwind. But we're coming up here to around Linton Boulevard here. There's Linton Boulevard, and let me zoom in here, see if we can see any dock damage while we're along the Intercoastal. But, well, we got one there a little loose, but that's how you tie it up. That's the right way to tie them up right there. No docks destroyed so far from Broward County into southern Palm Beach County, which is Delray Beach now, and we're just traveling along each city we come up here. But here's Delray Beach in this area. This is where, again, beach re-nourishment, and a good job there. There's not too much lost here. Let me zoom in here, and I'll show you right here along the beach club. Right there, look. I mean, if this was a catastrophic event, these would not be here at all. These would be inland, far inland. And the beach right here, look, we have absolutely no sand. Well, there's a little bit of sand there, but no major sand along A1A. These are all great things to see. All great things to see. We just passed Atlantic Avenue, which is right there, and just show you right here how the businesses did. There's Boston's on the beach, and everyone all zipped up. And look at this, we got people just going along their normal day for a morning here, enjoying beautiful South Florida. Well, it'll get beautiful as the day goes on. But here we're coming up to, that's the Boynton Inlet up ahead as we travel northward along the coastline. And we'll go through Ocean Ridge. Now, this is going to be very interesting here because Ocean Ridge in this area, it's a community, and it's a community of mobile homes, fabricated houses, as you can see right there. And this is a little bit of a long-range shot I'm showing you here. Now, we'll get a little bit of a tighter shot when we get just a teeny bit closer. That's Woolbright Road right there. But again, look at the coastline. A great, great job. You can see the sand. Look at the sand in the water. There's definitely some sand wash, and we did lose a little bit of sand, but no major beach erosion so far in the southern Palm Beach County area and down into Broward County. Now let me zoom in here on Ocean Ridge here. This is the mobile home type of a community, manufactured houses that have been here forever. Let's see how they did for damage here as we come up and look at that. That is such a beautiful sight to see. No catastrophic damage, no major damage. They're still there. None of them are off their surroundings here, and that's a good sight to see. I'm going to throw it back to the station here as we continue to go. Go ahead. Ask me a question.
We're just all glued.
Yeah,
we are all looking for everyone's houses. It is a beautiful sight to see when things are not, hurt.
Yeah. Keep in mind, Johan is a lifelong Palm Beach County resident, so he knows these communities just like many who grew up here and several generations of Floridians. What we will, we were looking forward to some of those modular home communities to see, and perhaps we're not going to see that quite yet because this is still southern Palm Beach County as he's giving us the very, very up close look. But when we start to get up to, let's say, Carlin Park in the Jupiter area, Bathtub Beach in the Treasure Coast, and those Treasure Coast communities, we really might be seeing much more damaged than we are now, but we do appreciate this coastline look. Again, Chopper 5, the only local helicopter covering breaking news first and fast, and Johan Hoffman, lifelong Palm Beach County resident, also our Chopper 5 cameraman. He is going to stay up the whole time, and we're just going to keep looking at these pictures going through communities.
I mean, Johan and Josh are up there, and it's, you know, we can sit here and watch this. This is actually, these are the people who know the topographical view of our area better than no one else.
Right.
They're able to spot intersections in the middle of the night. It's the most incredible thing. What you're doing right now, zooming in and showing these pictures, this is not an easy challenge. Can you
correct me if I'm wrong? We're taking a look at the Boynton Inlet.
What
is that correct,
right
Johan?
Mike, it's tough to hear you guys talking back.
Where are you right now?
Hold on, Josh is telling me.
That's okay.
Hold on one second. Josh is giving me something here. Sailboat, what you got, Josh? Okay, got it, over by Beer Can Island. Bear with us, this is live, and it's tough to hear back and forth, everyone, with our communications. But here's, this is called Beer Can Island. Believe me, I know this island very well, being here. I live very close to it. But this is one sailboat, possibly came off its anchoring and could be moving off to the side a little bit. But so far, and we will definitely travel up to a little north of the Palm Beach County area and into Stewart, into the Treasure Coast. Of course, Bathtub Beach is what I really would like to see and check out. And of course, we're going to go inland to see other types of mobile home communities, mobile home parks here. There's High Paluxo Island right there, and I know there's a sailboat here because that's where I grew up. That boat came off its anchorage area right there, and he's over into the mangroves. This boat was just a little bit out, maybe 1,000 yards from where it was earlier. So you do have some impact here in the High Paluxo Island area and High Paluxo Point right there. Actually, that's where I grew up, right there. Strange that we're looking at that. But you can see that the sailboat, I knew that sailboat was right over here. So it traveled at least 1,000 feet and definitely wasn't anchored good enough, or the strength of the force winds was strong enough to push it from about halfway in the Intercoastal over to shore. So no doubt we did have some strong, heavy winds here. Now here's one I have to definitely look at. This is Lantana Beach. Lantana Beach has lost its beach throughout the year, and the erosion has just taken its toll on Lantana Beach, and I've been wanting to see how they did. And well, it's low tide, and I guarantee you they have some wash up with the sand here over the seawall. You can see, oh yeah, definitely got some wash up there, and you can see the sands all the way up to the seawall that they just built here in this area. But again, the way to tell if it was significant damage or not, you have the stairs. The stairs are still intact. They're intact, they're not washed away. Stairs usually get washed away during a strong northeaster. Now you can see how close that the water comes up here to one of the condominiums here, just a teeny bit north of Lantana Beach, and they look fine too. This area of Lantana is known for losing its stairways and the lifeguard stands there. We're trying to show it to you back there. The conditions are not the greatest to be out right now, so we're actually doing this because we have to give you this coverage to show you what's going on. But forgive me if we're walking back and forth with the camera a little bit. But it's still not perfect conditions to be out. But let's go up to Lake Worth. There's Lake Worth Pier. Now I'm going to zoom in and show you Lake Worth. Let's check out, see if they have any damage from the rough seas last night. Again, a northeaster will knock out planks along here. And right there, those are probably out on purpose, but not too sure. That could be some damage right there. Let's try and hold here, Josh. Let's try and hold over the inlet, or the pier here, Lake Worth Pier. We're going to get situated here. Josh is going to battle the wind and give me a little bit of a spot here where we can zoom in on the pier here. But let me go out to the top of the pier, the part of the pier here, furthest out, and let's see if we have some damage to the pier from the rough seas. Of course, we had some rough seas coming out, and you can see some of the planks. They look like some of the planks popped out right there. This is the end of the Lake Worth Pier, and I'll zoom in and take it. I mean, but look at this shot we're showing you right there. This is Lake Worth Pier. The end of the pier looks like a few planks, just a few planks out though, but a lot of these planks they pop out on purpose. But believe me, I've seen damage to this pier, and this is actually a newer pier. The last pier that we had was destroyed, and they had to rebuild the pier. Wilma and all, Francis and Jean, those storms have really put their toll. But there's some officials right now checking, surveying the damage and probably if the pier's safe or not to get back on, maybe later tomorrow or something. But you can see they're surveying the pier. The pier looks like it did well. No major damage at all. Let's check out Lake Worth Beach. There's Lake Worth Beach. Check out the part of the beach. Oh, look at this. That's just beautiful. I mean, we are just lucky. Look at that. Absolutely no sand washed up over the beach to drive. Look at that. We are so lucky. So far in central and southern Palm Beach County. This is Lake Worth looking good. Now, we're going to go up to Palm Beach. We're going to travel a little bit north up to Palm Beach. Now, you can see how the coastline here, see how it's nice and wide here, but here's known for its sliver. It's a little sliver right there where we've lost beach due to erosions through many of years of nor'easter storms and hurricanes throughout the pass have taken its toll along the coastline. This is going to be a part that I really can't wait to show you whether or not we have some severe damage or just a good strong storm that went by, and if we have any catastrophic damage or beach erosion here. And so far it doesn't look like we've seen a lot. I mean, this is traveling into southern Palm Beach, getting close to the Palm Beach Island right here. You have Southern Boulevard coming up around this area. There's Southern Boulevard right up there. And there you got the bridge, Flagler Bridge and all that. We're getting up close to that. But here is along Palm Beach Island here. And we're looking good. I mean, we really are so far looking good. But you can see in the water, you can see it's been churned up. I mean, look at how, here's blue, and you got sand all the way out, you know, at least maybe a quarter mile to a half mile out in the ocean. So no doubt the seas were absolutely rough and turbulent. But when it comes to wash over, meaning that the sand coming over US 1 and A1A here, look at that, A1A at the curve, that's beautiful. That is just a sight to see. No major washover, no major beach erosion so far in the central Palm Beach County. I'm sure it's going to change when we get to the Treasure Coast, but we will see like no other TV station can show you. And let me just zoom in here again. Stale whales, they're fine. Look at that. They survived it. They made it. That's a good sign here. Traveling up a little bit. Sorry about moving it around here. But there you go. Nice tight sliver here. Let's see if they got some wall damage or any type of, well, definitely some sand blew up over onto this one. But again, during most, well, that's pretty high right up in that spot right there. Sorry about that. Josh is doing a great job battling the winds right now. I'm telling you, this is not a fun day to be out showing you this stuff. It's still turbulent out here. It's still rough, but you know. And there is, let's see, we got Southern Boulevard. You have the airport here. And let me show you one thing that's just you rarely ever see this. That's Palm Beach International Airport, and look at that, Palm Beach International Airport. No planes. Absolutely not a plane in sight. Well, of course you'd have that one to ruin it. But one plane here. Earlier this morning there was not a single plane in sight here. You have the private area where we take off every morning, and it's just, there's jet aviation. Not a single plane on the rampway. No one on the tarmac. I mean, it's serious. It was serious. This was a serious event coming to us, and we're just lucky that we didn't have catastrophic damage here. We could be showing you stuff that would just be a frightening sight, but so far we're seeing good positive things, and please take it as a good positive thing. Now here's Palm Beach. Right here is, look at this. Now here's where we know we always have beach erosion, and that took a toll there. That's a toll right there. So we do have some beach erosion in this area, Palm Beach, where it's normally expected in this area. But so far, coming up from all the way from basically Broward, Pompano Beach area to be exact, all the way through Boca, Delray, Lantana, Lake Worth. Now is where we're seeing just a little bit of beach erosion here from the rough surf that we had from last night. I'll pan over here and show you downtown West Palm Beach. There's the Flagler Bridge right there. Of course, look, everything's all cleared out of the way. And a great job by all the construction workers, both 95 Turnpike and all the construction sites. We saw a great job at cleanup. Look at this right here. The marinas are absolutely empty. I mean, these are sites that you just do not see. Even when you have a bad storm, a nor'easter, people tie up, they try to ride it out. They did the right thing by not trying to ride this out. I'm telling you, a Category 4 storm is serious, and this is great to see this. I know a lot of people are upset that they had to do all this work, but I am telling you, it's a lot of work, but you're going home to something that's still there, and it's not destroyed. Let's look down Palm Beach here. Now you can see this is where the shoreline gets really, really tight, and you lose a lot of beach here. So there is definitely some beach erosion here. There's a couple feet off the shoreline here lost right there. Nothing major. If it was major, you'd have sand here. You'd have sand blown over. You'd have sand covering A1A, South or Ocean Boulevard here. So yes, we do have a little bit of beach erosion, but nothing catastrophic. Nothing catastrophic. There is let's see here, Singer Island's coming up next, and let me come over here. I'll show you Peanut Island there for in a minute here. But you do remember they did a great job. They got rid of the timeout, the yacht that ran aground here that was here for weeks. We saw a few days before the storm was coming into the area, they finally did remove it. They pulled it up and then dismantled it, took it away, and they did a good job too. I mean, I don't see any type of debris or anything in this area. Let me zoom over here and show you Peanut Island right there, and zoom over here and show you the port. There's FP&L. We got some of our condominiums over in here. Let's see how the condominiums, let's see how they did. They look good. This is good. A lot of people shuttered up, which they should. Not seeing any blown out windows. If this was a category 4, you'd see nothing but stuff hanging out and blowing everywhere. You'd see debris coming off of these condominiums. Now we're in some rough weather right now. I mean, we're coming through a shower here. There's Peanut Island. It doesn't look too bad. But let's check out Singer Island, and there is a definite spot coming up to Singer Island, which we get around the corner here, where it's known. It is absolutely known to be a very, very tight place when it comes to beach erosion. Only a few feet of the shoreline is left on Singer Island in this one area. But there you go, buttoned up, hatches all nice and tight, looking good. Not seeing any damage, no windows blown out, nothing coming out of here. Oh boy, we're making it up here. Let's see. Okay, so here's Singer Island, and around this corner, and we're looking north up into the Jupiter area. But look at right around here. Now, good thing is this is around low tide, I'm presuming. I'm almost positive it's around low tide. But this area is known for dangerous type of beach erosion, where it comes up all the way up to the base of the condominiums. I'm sorry it's raining here. I wish I could get a little clearer picture, but we're in the rain. We're doing what we can to show you. But right up in here, this is a great sight to see. We actually see some of the sea grapes, the sea oats, and they're still there. They're not covered with sand, and you still have a little bit of a beach, a little plateau, a little flat area of beach, which is good. It's not torn up, or you don't see no mountain or ridge from where you have major beach erosion, where it just takes the undercut of the sand and creates a big ridge up here. Let me zoom up here. Coming up here, we're in a pretty bad storm right now. Might get white out here with the camera. I'm trying to keep it to the side so we can see. There's the park right there, MacArthur. Let's zoom in over here, see how MacArthur did. Let me look out the window here. Over to the left here, we just passed, let's check out over here. Have a little bit of new construction going on. I can't really, that's about as good as I can show, but not seeing any damage so far, which is great. Again, we're headed north. We're headed north along the coastline. We're entering the Jupiter area. Again, if you're just joining us, we're showing these exclusive pictures that you only get here with Chopper 5, WPTV Channel 5 here. And zooming in over the Jupiter area, golf club. Let's see how the golf course did. I mean, even the golf course, I mean, you got some water there, the retention ponds there, but I mean, if this was a major direct hit, these would be underwater. All of this would be underwater, if not beach eroded all over. The sand would be up to the front parts. These swimming pools would be full of sand, and just it would be such a sight that would just make you cry almost. I mean, I've seen them all. I'm born and raised here. I've been through every hurricane, and I've seen the worst, and this is the best to see. This is the best stuff. You want to see this. I mean, believe me, this is what you want to see. Not major damage. Storm damage, yes, we can clean this up, but it doesn't look like we have major rebuilding so far in the Palm Beach County. Let's look up here. A little section here, the beach that got took out just a little bit. We're talking a few feet of the beach lost. Nothing major, but there's that ridge I'm talking about. If you had major type of beach erosion, and that's what you get. You get a ridge, like a drop-off here. And there's a little bit of a drop-off here. We're in the Jupiter area. How you doing there? Well, we gotta show these. Let's get a little bit of happiness here real quick. There you go. That's how you should feel coming out and having your house intact and having a nice warm shower and having a little electric. That's the way you're going to feel, believe me. Let's zoom up here and show you. We're getting into the Jupiter area. Let me see, looking out the window, it's tough to see with all this rain and wind. We're getting bounced around, but trying to do the best. There's the Juno Pier, coming up to the Juno Pier. When we get a little bit closer, I'll zoom in there and see if Juno Pier had any type of damage to that. Let me zoom back here a little bit. Let me do one. Okay, I'm being told we're not going to be able to travel any north of Juno Pier. Josh is telling me we're getting called out because of the weather right now. Let me try to zoom into Juno Pier. If we can just sneak up to Juno Pier. Listen, I'll tell you right now, it's borderline for us to even be up here, but we have to. We have to show you what the aftermath of this storm is. But I mean, there's almost so much we can do and so much we're allowed to do. And we're not allowed to go any further than what we're doing. But let me check Juno Pier before we have to turn around. We'll try to go a little bit west and see what we can do west on our way back, and check out, there's a few areas that we want to look at, some mobile home areas to see how they did. Not being able to give you 100% on whether there's damage here. I'm trying to get you right into the Juno Pier, see if they just had any destruction from the high seas that we had. Let's go up to the top here. We'll come right over. Josh, get me right into the spot we need. Great job by my pilot here. He's the best in the business, man. It's a teamwork up here. And let me come right down here. Bear with us. So there's Juno. A lot of this is taken out. They do this, they take it out, so there is not too much damage. But looking at the pilings are strong. I mean, this is a strong pier too, solid concrete. And those pilings are out on purpose. And let me go down here. The ones that they do keep in. This is a great site. This is what you want to see. Not seeing any popped out or broken or nothing snapped here. I mean, even the shed's still on there. Even the little shed protective awning there, the protective roof is still there. That's a good sign. And this is right off our coast of Juno here. We're being told well, there's a couple of them, but those are popped out on purpose. We're told we got to turn around and go a little bit south. We'll probably be headed back towards the airport